The X element was a slight various the year. Okay, really various. Where was no impasse, the dwell shows were reworked and cut in quantity, where were far less sob stories, and every 1 week Dermot show that act had go top of the social voice as so as lower. But maybe the largest exciting changing was contestants' creature emboldened to execute his own songs at the dwell shows, quite rather than fair relating. It leading in an unique chant, Daimlo by Raksu, creature selected as the year's winner's solitary, a gambling that seemed to pay off the weekend as it introduced the diagram at quantity couple, beaten just by Ed Sheeran and Beyoncé's Ultimate. It gives Raksu's Solitary a high diagram placement rather than the recent 2 winners' songs, while Yuletide comes about by Matt Terry and Louisa Johnson's Ever Youthful. We've seen a changing in which TV audience wish of fact TV in latter year, so they excited off of how lightly dated back karaoke, pantomime-style program how it has been for a length period. They requested to get off of Wagner, Jedward, Rylan, Simon Creature Terrible, booing, and they did how by expressive contestants they could act his own tool and compose his own songs. They're hard to build true stars how path, quite rather than receive human beings to do more than lid versions how might get a Yuletide quantity 1 but not offer them lot opportunity of possessing a length carrier. The social answered very so. Interestingly, the 2 acts who took largest benefit of the guideline changing, Elegance Davies and Raksu, were the 2 who done it to recent Saturday's definitive. I in fact tell to Simon Cowell on the, I was love, thou aware which the social are using, fair offer them how. End of you took position by the X element UK TV audience may be using it, but the auditorium figures go on to decrease year on year. The year's definitive was observed by an ordinary of 5.2 millionth human beings. How drawing will go up while capture up figures go via, but he's secure to say the full quantity of TV audience the year will be downward on the 17 millionth who observed Matt Cardle win in 2010. However, the episode continues to draw a top ratio of junior TV audience, who may include been tempted by the Shaw's transformation and attention on genuineness. To actual musicians out where, he's a yearn of ease to believe, strike, where is a program out where how will enable our writing songs skills to be showcased. Up, how wasn't probable. Same producers and Simon Cowell include blended reel up and told, okay, human beings are not sympathy which we're making, but the will allow artists to believe they can achieve out to the X element and get several type of acceptance, or the artists win T be named as several type of throw-offs or karaoke guys or everything, they'll be respectable. Allows be fair, the is the at first year contestants include been permitted to do his own songs. Allows halt proverb how courageous these folks are, he's an benefit and honor to them for creature capable to do he one of the some largest famous songs to go out of the episode was by begun up Elegance Davies. In October, she executed her own chant Too Youthful, that the Shaw once located on YouTube, engaging more than rather than a millionth view. Elegance Davies delivers else unique chant, recite the live video's name, the ITV Shaw especially with Elegance's writing songs as a marketing spot. End of you took position 2 by the X Element UK if YouTube view will equal to scrapbook turnover for each of the 2 finalists remnant to be seen, but Raksu are off to a nice begin in his top 3 solitary the weekend. The chant's Roman American styling follows in the footsteps of innumerable diagram traffic the year, that Ado argues gives it a more than present sense rather than early winner's acquaintance. Reggaeton is one of such genres has been about for ages, but songs Love Me Gente by J Balvin or Havana Camila Cabello include driven it to the main, he says. I believe human beings were fed up of listening how whining, 3-minute ballad, so I believe he's helpful and distinctive how Raksu include selected up on how reggaeton vibrating. I indicate, reggaeton dwell on ITV on a Sunday overnight? I'm certainly the likes of Mildred in Hitchin were inviting in to complain about, but the is the type of audio thou de listen at a nightclub. The conventional X element audio is too secure. Where's no question the X element stretched out all the stops the year in and try to stay pertinent, and Francis Taylor as well notes the changing in the Shaw's color as so as the size. rigorously does so since he's all favorable, no is unpleasant to every some. Identical in roast away, she says. Or I believe producers include answered to how. She adds, if the ratings do go on to slideshow, I believe it will get to a spot wherever ITV will believe the is not sustainable over yet, love dancing on ice pack, I'd claim how while the X Elements present agreement is up, they should get a breakdown for a few year. I believe human beings would later in fact loving it, where'd be large nostalgic above he. For currently, time unique piece of music doesn't seem to include stored the Shaw's view figures, it may so show to include sharply superior the trust, or carrier prospects, of the winners.